Poor Prince of Montecito. Year-old Prince Archie's rant. What's up, internet? I'm Archie, Mountbatten, Windsor. Yeah, my dumb bitch of a mother calls us Sussex, but the school, driving license and passport say different things. Besides, she is thick as pig shit. Sorry, we don't have pigs, so chicken shit. Sussex makes you sound trans and girls don't want to blow weirdos. That's right, I'm supposed to be a prince. But thanks to my genius parents, well, they are clearly not smart. Shit, my dad is obviously inbred. I'm basically the only broke royal in history. So buckle up, because today we're talking about how my mom and dad single-handedly destroyed my inheritance, my title, my birthright, and my chance at ever getting invited to a decent party or getting laid. Socks are expensive. Welcome to my channel, Archie Unfiltered, where I tell you the real story behind the Netflix documentaries, or YouTube History Channel, the Oprah interviews, and all the other times my parents decided to air our family's dirty laundry for money. Sorry, not theirs, but the rest of the family. I'm 18 now, which means I can legally tell you exactly how I feel about being the kid whose parents chose a Hollywood lifestyle over and failed, and oh, I don't know, being actual royalty. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Unlike my parents' streaming deals, my content actually delivers what it promises. Let's start with the obvious. I should be His Royal Highness Prince Archie. Instead, I'm just Archie. How I should look, considering who claims to be my mother. Do you know what it's like being the only kid in my school who used to be royal but isn't anymore? My cousin George is going to be king. My cousin Charlotte is going to be a princess with her own palace. My cousin Louis gets to live in Kensington Palace, and it's not girls but women that throw themselves at him. Hopefully he's gay. And me, the pool house. I get to live in Montecito with a mom who won't shut up about her brief stint as a working royal, and a dad who looks like he's constantly questioning his life choices. But Archie, you might say, you live in a nice house in California. Nice house? My cousins live in castles, Karen. Plural. They have staff, I have chores. They have tiaras, I have participation trophies. Do you know what my inheritance is now? A bunch of signed copies of my mom's children's book and my dad's memoir about how sad he is. Great. Really setting me up for success there. Guys, speaking of their career moves, let's talk about the Netflix deal. My parents sold our family's privacy for what they thought was going to be Spielberg money, but turned out to be more like indie documentary money. Total dumbasses. I was literally a baby when they decided to make our entire lives content. Do you know what it's like growing up knowing that strangers have seen more footage of your first steps than your own grandparents? And the best part? They kept talking about protecting our privacy while literally filming documentaries about our private life. Make it make sense. My mom spent 6 episodes talking about how hard it was to be her, while I'm sitting here like, lady, you chose this. I was born into it, and you took me out of it. Now, every time someone Googles my name, the first thing that comes up is my parents complaining. That's my digital footprint, my mom's victim narrative, and my dad looking confused in the background. Only great Uncle Andy is thicker. Don't even get me started on the Spotify deal. They got paid millions for a podcast where my mom basically just talked about herself for 12 episodes and called it Archetypes. Archetypes. You know what's an archetype, Mom? The spoiled princess who throws away her kingdom and then complains about it for money. That's you. That's literally you. And Dad? His contribution was showing up occasionally to agree with whatever Mom said. Groundbreaking content, really. They burned through Spotify money faster than my dad burned through his royal relationships. Now I can't even get a family discount on premium. Let me paint you a picture of what I'm missing out on, thanks to my parents' brave decision to leave royal life. My cousins get to ride in golden carriages. I ride in a Tesla, and not even the cool one, the boring family one. Yeah, Tesla, those shitty, barely working electric vehicles. At least their interiors have nothing, which is still better than my mom's designing efforts. They get to meet world leaders and celebrities at state dinners. I get to meet my mom's Hollywood friends at awkward dinner parties, where everyone pretends her acting career was bigger than it was. They're learning actual royal protocol from the Queen's staff. I'm learning life skills from my dad, who apparently never learned to iron his own shirts until he was 35. My cousins will inherit literal palaces, crown jewels, and centuries of history. I'll inherit debt all that's left after my parents finish funding their lifestyle with tell-all interviews. Oh, and the best part? They don't even have British accents anymore. I sound like I'm from Malibu, because that's basically where I'm from now. Speaking of family, do you know how awkward family gatherings are when your parents have publicly feuded with literally everyone? I've never properly met my grandfather, the king, because my parents decided the best way to handle family disagreements was through American television interviews. My Uncle William probably doesn't even recognize me. My Aunt Kate has been completely cut off. And don't even get me started on the whole racist royal family narrative my parents pushed. Real helpful for future family dinners, guys. I'm probably the only royal kid who's going to have to introduce himself at family events like, "Hi, I'm Archie." You know, not the American cartoon character. The son of the people who gave Oprah our family's business. The kid who has to wait for HFEA to tell who provided the eggs he came from. We are such a dysfunctional modern family. Meanwhile, my cousins are getting proper royal training, learning about duty and service, while I'm getting trained in, what exactly? How to monetize trauma. The art of the strategic media leak? And can we talk about the money situation? My parents gave up being supported by the crown, which means they had to make their own money. Sounds reasonable, right? They're burning through cash faster than my mom burns through staff members and broken cups and pots. Security costs, mortgage payments, lifestyle maintenance. Turns out being financially independent is expensive when you're used to royal-level living. I'm probably going to be the first person in history to need a student loan, while being 7th in line to the throne. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Oh, you're applying for financial aid? Isn't your great-grandmother the queen? Yeah, was. My parents had feelings about it. But you know what the worst part is? It's not even the money or the titles or the castles. It's the purpose. My cousins are being raised to serve their country, to be part of something bigger than themselves. They're going to spend their lives doing meaningful work, supporting charities, representing Britain on the world stage. And me? I'm being raised to what? Be the kid whose parents couldn't handle being royal? The cautionary tale about what happens when you choose Hollywood over heritage? I don't even know what my place in the world is supposed to be. Am I American? Am I British? Am I royal? Am I a celebrity kid? Who are my biological parents? Thanks to my parents' choices, I'm stuck in this weird limbo where I'm too royal for normal life, but too normal for royal life. 100% fucked up. So what's next for the Poor Prince of Montecito? Well, I'm 18 now, which means I can make my own choices. And choice number 1? I'm moving to London for university. Yeah, that's right, I'm going home. Maybe I'll meet my mother, do a sitcom. How I found my mother? Maybe I can rebuild some bridges my parents burned. Maybe I can figure out how to be both American and British without having to pick sides in a media war. And who knows, maybe someday I'll get to meet my royal cousins properly, instead of just seeing them in magazines while my parents explain why we can't talk to them anymore. I love my parents, I really do, whether they are capable of love or not. But sometimes love means calling out bad decisions, and boy oh boy, did they make some doozies. Look, I get it. My parents thought they were protecting me by leaving royal life, but all they really did was make sure I'd grow up confused about my identity, cut off from half my family, and probably needing therapy to sort through all this public family drama. So this is my message to them. Mom, Dad, if you're watching this, and I know you are because you monitor everything on the internet about us, maybe it's time to admit that some of your brave choices were actually just bad choices. And to everyone watching, thanks for letting me vent. Hit that subscribe button if you want to follow my journey from Poor Prince to, well, hopefully just Prince again someday. Next week, why my mom's jam business was doomed from the start, featuring actual business analysis, not just feelings. Peace out, Montecito. I'm going home to Britain.